We're not wasting any time with this video, we're jumping right into things. So, Sonic Generations is another Sonic Boost game, and as you can see, this game sucks. It's terrible. It's the worst Sonic game I've ever played in my entire life. Probably the worst 3D platformer I've ever played in my entire life. And one of the worst games in general that I've ever played in my entire life. I wouldn't say you're missing out on anything too special or too important. There are many other Sonic games that I would recommend playing over this one that you probably haven't played, because have you played Sonic Lost World? Probably not, and you should fix that. I don't think this game is just really good overall, or even great. I think this is a fantastic game. Not a fantastic Sonic game, not a game that has fantastic parts. This is a fantastic video game. Oh, and by the way, I love the story of Sonic Lost World. It is probably my favorite Sonic story overall. I think it does an incredibly good job of encapsulating everything that Sonic is about. It is a story that is perfectly in line with the quality of the game itself. These story videos are not just me listing off the plot points of what happens throughout the games. We go so much more into it than that. We talk about the writing, and the themes, and the story structure, and why the story is the way that it is. And in those regards, there is so much to talk about.
1 hour later.
This game killed somebody. It's fantastic!
What?
And then Sonic comes back with his friends. He's like, we did it, everyone, and now I'm gonna take a nap. The end. Oh my god! What the heck was that? That was lovely! That was wonderful! And I'll happily admit that after I realized what this story was doing and I went back through it another time, I felt emotional at that ending. This is everything that I want to be seeing out of Sonic stories. It had a lovely theme, we get some nice character development for Zavok, and it continues the old 2000 Sonic game tradition of Zavok being a way more nuanced character than everybody else combined. That's so good, man. That's so good. So, if you couldn't have guessed, I wholeheartedly recommend Sonic Lost World. I think this game is spectacular, and I want every single person watching this video to go buy and play it immediately, because this game deserves as much success as is physical. Alright, jumping right into things immediately. The writing here, I'm sorry, it's terrible. It is actually really bad. Sonic, after waking up from a nap, grabs this mysterious ring here, who out of it pops Shara, the genie of the ring. And to be honest, from this point on, we can kind of just skip ahead to the final stretch of the story, because plot-wise, nothing else of significance happens. It's just a bunch of, like, arbitrary stuff just to fill out the game for levels. So, Sonic needs to do his thing. Sonic needs to bring good to Shara and make everything right. And we get to see that all in the final cutscene, which I'm just going to let play because it's the best cutscene in the game, and it's pretty fucking badass and awesome.
Your Jordans are completely fake!
Break from the...
I really love that scene. That scene is probably honestly like one of the best scenes in like the whole Sonic series. Everything comes together so well. Of course, the ending with Shara here is that after it's all been said and done and she's realized how harmful the Eraser Djinn has been to her life, she is overcome with emotional turmoil over the fact that the Eraser Djinn has hurt her so much, but also that she has to say goodbye to this person that is harmful to her, but at the same time, she does still care about him. She needs to put this person behind her and move on with her life, and that's just a difficult, painful thing to do. And wow, this is so fucking lame. I guess that's the story of what the fuck? Let me tell you, Sonic, and when it completely does, Sonic transforms back into Sonic.
That's not why I like Sonic.
I like Sonic because of the unique type of games that they are, the very interesting physics-based gameplay and the very unique level design. I like Sonic as an idea, thematically and story-wise, what he represents and what he means. There you go. Sonic was always good, if you look at it through the right lens. I was totally full of shit before. This series is a disaster. It's a mess. It's a shit show. Do I even like any of these characters? But of course, you know, I give it some thought and eventually I'm like, oh yeah, obviously, my favorite Sonic character is
Sonic Man.
Oh, you know what else is nice about this game's story? Orbot and Cubot. And it continues the old 2000 Sonic game tradition of Cubot being a way
more nuanced character than everybody else combined.
Now Sonic Advance 3. This game sucks. This game is terrible. I don't like this game at all.